Is it really true that astrology can tell a lot about ourselves and even tell us exactly how we can get paid to exist? I know, I was a little skeptical at first too. Then I came across a TikTok from a creator called Sarah Billions, and she said if you want to get paid to exist, then you need to tap into your Mercury placement in your astrology chart, because exactly where your Mercury is placed is exactly where your money's at. And I don't know about you, but I don't speak astrology, so I was like, what the heck is she talking about? Well, let's say I figured it out and I was shocked at how accurate it was. I mean, it was literally reading me like a book. And when I read it, it just felt so aligned. So I'm going to break it down in 7 simple steps how to find your Mercury placements, and also for you to find out what to talk about so that you can get paid, and how you are meant to speak so that you can become magnetic to money according to your astrology chart. Now, comment down below what you think about astrology, because personally for me, I think God created eggs, sugar, flour, the oven to bake a cake, just as I believe God gave us space, science, our body, nature, our mind as resources and tools so that we can create a delicious cake of our life. I believe that astrology and science, all of that stuff is just humans uncovering God's beautiful creations that he made to help us fulfill our purpose here on earth. I think you can uncover so much from what God has created on this earth. Might sound woo-woo or new age to other people, but it just makes sense to me. So comment down below if you agree with that sentiment, and if you don't and you're an astrology hater, then this video just might not be for you, because this is not a video where I convince you to believe in astrology. So if you do not resonate or align, I completely understand. So let's get into step 1, where you gather the information so that you can generate your birth chart. You're going to need your birthday, the location you were born, and also the time you were born, so that your full birth chart can be generated. I did some research on the people that don't know their birth time, and it basically said that not knowing your birth time can create parts of your chart, but it is not going to be as accurate for other parts. So if you're truly curious and want to know this, I highly recommend that you get a hold of your birth certificate. And for Americans, you can go ahead and order your birth certificate from vitalcheck.com, or just ask family members if they have a copy. And step number 2 is generate your birth chart. So I personally have this app on my phone called CoStar. I've been having it for the longest time and I love it. Basically, when you download the app, you will create an account, and then it will ask you for the information, which is the time you were born, location, and then also your birthday. And then it will generate a really amazing chart for you. An alternative way is that you can take your information, like those 3 things, and then you can ask AI to go ahead and create the birth chart for you. But honestly, I just recommend you download the app CoStar. It's available both on the Apple App Store and also Androids. And step 3 is going to cover Mercury through the houses, and this is where you find out your magnetic lane. So if you have it on CoStar, you can see here that on the right hand side it will show a number, and then wherever Mercury is placed, that is where it is in terms of your house in Mercury. Now, I am no astrology expert, but Sarah Billions actually made a free guide that I'm going to be referencing. And guys, you don't necessarily need to know the technicalities. You can just utilize this to help you finding your path. But to give you a little bit about what even Mercury is and what it plays inside of your chart. So what it reveals is your natural voice in business, your ideal content style and messaging energy, your core sales language and money mindset, the exact way your brain processes and shares value. In other words, this is where your energetic marketing strategy is. So you can probably see how important it is to getting paid to exist. Now that we have uncovered where our house in Mercury is, mine personally is number 9. Now we're going to actually place where your voice's magnetic lane is, and I'm going to read out the different types so that you can find out where your business voice is focused on. I'm going to be putting the timestamps of the different Mercury placements, so if you just want to skip over to yours, then you can go ahead and do that in the description below. I'm going to have my handy dandy laptop right here. If your first house is in Mercury, then you are the personal brand oracle. You are your brand. People want to hear your personal take, your identity, and also your growth. So how you can monetize, how you can get paid to exist is by personal storytelling, visible leadership, and also self-expression content. So the second house in Mercury is the tangible wealth speaker. You talk money, you talk value, and what's worth it. Okay, your voice equals the wealth magnet. So you can monetize through pricing strategy, abundance teaching, and also embodiment of value. The third house in Mercury, this is the multi-channel messenger. You're built for content. Email, posts, tweets, captions, your ideas move fast. So you can monetize through digital products, micro content, and also short form educational platforms. Next is if your 4th house is in Mercury, the soulful storyteller is what you are. You hold ancestral memory and also emotional wisdom. So you can monetize through legacy-based offers, family healing, or inner child or identity work. Next is if your 5th house is in Mercury, you're the creative channel. You speak from your passions. When you're lit up, your content radiates, okay? So monetize through art, play, and entertainment-infused education or personal expression. If your 6th house is in Mercury, you're the systems whisperer. You make the complex simple. You turn chaos into clarity. You can monetize through routines, structure, rituals, productivity, and body-based frameworks. If your 7th house is in Mercury, you're the mirror messenger. You reflect others back to themselves. Your message lands in relationship. Okay, so one-on-one offers, collaborative brands, and also audience feedback loops. And if your 8th house is in Mercury, then you're the wealth alchemist. You speak transformation, you go deep, and your words shift beliefs about power. So monetize through money, mindset, sexuality, spirituality, and energetic strategy. Next is 9th house in Mercury, and that is me. I am the global sage. And this is why I said it was so accurate, guys, because you teach, expand, and elevate. Big picture is your native language. You monetize through thought leadership, spiritual truth, travel, and also cross-cultural branding. And then if your 10th house is in Mercury, you are the legacy architect. You are built to be known, okay? Your voice is public. Your message is professional currency, and you monetize through high-level consulting, career coaching, or public content. Now, if your 11th house is in Mercury, you are the futurist messenger. You see what next. Your voice belongs in collectives and cultural conversation. You can monetize through niche communities, trends, and social impact messaging. If your 12th house is in Mercury, you're the subconscious speaker. You channel, you download, you say the thing that no one else has language for, okay? And you monetize through spiritual guidance, intuitive work, poetic branding, and mysticism. Now that we have uncovered where our house in Mercury is, now we're gonna actually place where your voice's magnetic lane is, and I'm gonna read out the different types so that you can find out where your business voice is focused on. Now, if you're using CoStar, on the left-hand side, there will be basically like a sign, and this is basically where you'll find your sign through Mercury. Once you got that, you have found where your money language is, so I'm gonna go over exactly what each of them mean. So you can use these as a guide and a starting point of basically how you communicate your message. This is basically the aura of how you talk when you are talking about your topic. So again, I will be putting the timestamps of each description of each sign, so you can check the description below if you just want to skip to which sign you are. So if you are an Aries Mercury, you're the initiator, you're bold, you're direct, you're fiery, and you say what others are afraid to. So your wealth voice is urgency, courage, and here's what we're gonna do next type of energy, right? So Taurus Mercury is the grounder. They're slow, steady, they're sensual, and you speak with stability, okay? So your wealth voice is embodiment, luxury, safety, and also value. Gemini Mercury, you're the messenger, okay? You're witty, fast, fluent, and everything. So you're the content generator, and your wealth voice is curiosity, play, and multi-offer mastery. Now, Cancer Mercury, you're the nourisher. You speak from the heart and make people feel at home. So your wealth voice is safety, memory, and emotional resonance. The Leo Mercury is the performer. So you're confident, magnetic, you own the room when you speak. Your wealth voice is storytelling, flair, and also high visibility content. So if you are a Virgo Mercury, you are the analyst, okay? So clear, useful, you deliver the details with elegance, and your wealth voice is doing breakdowns, guides, or healing through precision. Libra Mercury, you are the harmonizer, okay? Balanced, beautiful, and persuasive. You sell through aesthetics and also fairness. Your wealth voice is branding, refinement, or peacemaking. Scorpio Mercury is the depth diver, which is me, and this is piercing, private, potent. You speak from shadows, transformation, taboo, and truth-telling. I know that's right. And then Sagittarius Mercury, the expander, big truths, big energy. You teach from personal beliefs, and your wealth voice is vision, philosophy, and wild storytelling. So if you're a Capricorn Mercury, you are the strategist. Structured, serious, and legacy focus. You bring the receipts, okay? Your wealth voice is longevity, credibility, and also mastery. If you are an Aquarius Mercury, then the Astrology, you are the rebel genius. You're innovative, electric, and also community focused. So you challenge systems, and your wealth voice is originality, niche opinions, and also group transformation. If you are Pisces Mercury, you are the mystic. So you're fluid, intuitive, and poetic. You speak what others feel but can't name, okay? So your wealth voice is embodiment, dreamlike offers, and emotional healing. If you are open to it, go ahead and comment down below where your Mercury placements are and what kind of archetype you are. And let me know if it's accurate, or let me know if it's completely just, that doesn't describe me at all. Would definitely love to know. And the next step is use your Mercury placements and also AI to give you a clear plan of what you can do next to get paid to exist. So I've created a whole AI prompt that's going to give you exactly how you can take your chart strengths to go ahead and give you business pay to exist ideas for you to choose from so that you can start operating and getting paid to exist at a soul level. So if you want the AI prompt, it's pretty long and intensive, but you just need to put 2 simple pieces of information in there. Then make sure to click the link in the description. It is completely free, and I'll give it to you so that you can find your pay to exist path and get it started on the journey, girl. So let's walk through mine on how I use this AI prompt so that you can get a good idea of how to utilize it and even how to do it. So like I said, here is the document, and like I said, it's pretty long. You just have to put 2 pieces of information in it. So I'm going to copy that, go into AI, open up a new chat, paste it, and then all I have to do is put my Mercury house here, which is 9, and then my Mercury sign here is Scorpio. And then let's see. Okay, so it tells me a little bit more about my Mercury placement, and you're designed to speak from depth, truth, and transformation, and wisdom-rich content, which is so crazy because I've recently been feeling so aligned lately, so aligned. I've been popping up, go viral on YouTube and going viral a lot of places, and it's just like, I feel so aligned, and it's because I've been literally following this in my Mercury placements without me even knowing that this existed, and this was a path that was basically paved for me, right? It basically tells me different ways to monetize. I talked about in my last video that you can go ahead and watch here. It's basically a breakdown, a simple step-by-step on how to get paid to exist, very simply. So you can go ahead and watch that video right here. But you can see that it's giving me different ways that I can monetize and get paid to exist through lifestyle-based monetization, knowledge-based monetization, or product-based monetization. So it's giving me a whole ideas and basically a whole breakdown and plan, guys. This is such a great way to and get clarity so that you can go ahead and execute. Once you have this, there's really no excuse. Now you just need to find one path, or you can choose a couple paths, but I recommend finding one path and committing to that, executing on that so that you can get paid to exist, and you're gonna feel super, super aligned. Hey, that's what you're made for, right? That's your Mercury placements. And then after that, it's going to generate you a 21-day content plan, okay? So there's no excuses. I don't know what to make content on. This gives you exactly that, okay? So I highly recommend you take this information, put it into Notion, put it into a Google Doc, and start executing on the plan. So I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. I hope you found value from this video. I really loved creating it, and ever since I saw that video on TikTok, I was like, I need to make a video on it. So don't forget to subscribe, like, and also turn post notifications on, because I post videos every single day so that you can develop and grow your femininity, creativity, and healthy habits and get on your path to get paid to exist. All right, so I love you guys, I appreciate you guys, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.